A lot of people, they have like a phobia of like, oh man, I really don't want to have to evict someone. So like the answer to that is to get a quality tenant. And some people might be wondering exactly how do they go about getting a quality tenant. So do you have any advice for finding people that are quality tenants that will be the most likely to pay on time and pay in
Yes.
general, so you don't have to evict someone?
Yes. I would say generally, word of mouth can work in your favor. It works in
Mm,
your favor, of course, if you're doing a good job as a person who owns a house and rents it out. And how it works in your favor is that that person, that renter, is going to tell their family, possibly their friends, but definitely their family, who might also be looking. And they probably won't tell the worst of the family because, after all, they have a good setup, right? The person is renting from you. You are a good landlord. You're providing a good house. May not be the best neighborhood, but you 2 out of 3, you're doing well. So that's how I have gotten, to your point, a lot of good renters.
mhm.
I end up getting referrals. And uh, it will be something as close as a brother or a sister, or a mother and a daughter, who will refer me one to the other, or sometimes a little bit more distant of a relationship than that. Um, I would say, secondly, is to, if you're not that good at qualifying folks, then just hire someone. Let somebody else do that for you, so that you don't have to have have the mistake maybe of bringing on the wrong people, because either you didn't know what to look for, or you did know what to look for, but you got nervous in the moment, you got scared in the moment, or you got uncomfortable in the moment, whatever it is. So
Mhm.
just use a third party to do that for you. It'll still be your tenant, right? You can't be like, hey, third party, you gave me somebody who screwed up. But if you are giving them criteria, it makes it more likely that they're going to stick with it versus you. Because, after all, we're human, and we're going to take some other things into account in the moment, that might not have been part of your approved criteria.
Good advice.
Mhm.
I'm actually kind of curious. Do you have some kind of referral program, or is it just like people who are just referring in general? Like, do you have some way of incentivizing referrals or not?
I don't. I don't. I
'Cause
guess I try to incentivize referrals uh, by providing very good customer service. So, kind of like how, I don't know, a restaurant or a store or what have you, would rely on word of mouth, positive word of mouth, to get
right.
customers. I kind of take that approach, and I try to say that as well, like to other landlords or aspiring investors. Remember, you're in the customer service business. Like, even the term landlord, I really hate that word. It's a very archaic word. It's land, lord.
Right. Sounds
It's that
medieval now that I'm actually sitting here thinking about it.
yeah, yeah. It's that kind of word of that automatically creates like this false power dynamic,
Mhm.
and yet an internalized power dynamic that people who own a property will have, that no other business has that. No other business is like, I'm the landlord and you better do what I say. I mean, nobody else does. They're like, please, customer, come back. And so, again, a restaurant will do its best to try to make sure that their customer service is outstanding. But oftentimes, um, people who own houses and rent them out might not have that same mindset. So
Mhm.
I'd say that's a part of it too. Get your mindset right.
That's interesting because in most cases, I tell everyone if they're in business for themselves, they should have a referral program. But this is one of the situations where I actually would say it's probably better not to, because if you get a quality person from someone who refers you, I think it's better if they're not incentivized by money.
Hmm.
Because if they're incentivized by getting money, they're just going to call any mojo, regardless of their qualifications, send them your way, and you close on one of them, and then they get paid. And what if they're a crappy tenant? Versus if that wasn't in the equation, they're probably going to send you some because they have a relationship with you, and they don't want you to go through something bad. And whoever they're referring, they don't want them to not be able to afford
That's
it.
right.
So it's actually a good match for everyone. It's probably better if you don't have a referral program in this
Yeah.
instance. So I can see
I
that.
think it works out because the people who they're referring to me, they already have that deep relationship with them. They feel obligated to them. Oh my God, it's my sister. She need a place. My mother, my daughter, my first cousin, whatever. So they already, they're a whole lot more in debt and obligated to that person and don't want to do wrong by that person. So they're entrusting you with that person.
Right. And obviously the second point that Pam said, if you don't feel comfortable with it, outsource it. Like you don't have to do everything. I think that's one of the beauties of being in business is you don't have to do everything yourself. You probably shouldn't do everything yourself, if we're going to be honest. This outsourcing party could just be a lot better at screening than you. That's fine. Just outsource it. It'll help you sleep better at night. What's up, everyone? The video you just watched is actually a clip or portion of another episode from the Side Hustler Society podcast. You can check out the full episode by clicking on the link in the description or by clicking on the video that's popping up on the screen right now. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and hit that bell notification if you want to be notified next time an episode drops. And give this video a thumbs up. It's very much appreciated. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next video.